Hi everyone and welcome back to the 250 bird challenge. This year we want to try to see 250 different bird species. You join us in the southwest of Ontario. We've taken a little time to get here, a couple of days, but we're at Ojibway Park in Windsor. So yeah, I'm quite fond of Ojibway Park. We've been here once before, about 3 years ago. It's the only place we've ever seen a tufted titmouse. You do get them elsewhere, but they're more common here, and it's somewhat of a nemesis bird because we did try to see one earlier this year in Niagara. If you've been following this series, we narrowly missed seeing one. Another couple of people saw it and it flew off before we got there. So yes, tufted titmouse is our kind of wished for bird here. Part of the reason that we've come to the southwest of Ontario in the Windsor area and to Ojibway Park, as I mentioned in a previous video during this trip, it's warmer down here, we're further south, but also the tree cover is a lot different here, much more deciduous tree, and that leads to different species such as the titmouse. This white-breasted nuthatch is gathering nesting material, flakes of bark, for a nest in the knot of this tree here. Finally have the titmouse out in the open. Okay, I think we're leaving Ojibway Park now. Bye Ojibway Park. Saw quite a few different nice species here in a fairly compact area, one of the reasons I like it here. But it does become a bit popular as the day goes on and there's people jogging around and off-leash dogs, which kind of scares things away a little bit. Hello Blue Jay. Blue Jays. We have a few other stops in mind, so stay tuned and join us wherever we end up next. Nice sap.
He's got sap on his beak, doesn't he?
Okay guys, we've just seen something really exciting. I'm pretty stoked for what we've just seen. We were at Ojibway Park and we ran into an expat from Manchester and we got talking. He gave us a hint of a different location where we could find a great horned owl and, even more exciting, its owlets. So we've just had a quick look at that. I'll show you the footage now and then we're going to move on to somewhere else. There we go. It's looking right at me. So cool. Hi everyone, I'm not sure that we'll be able to top the great horned owl and its owlets, but we've come to a kind of ravine park, Little River Corridor Park. We'll see what turns up here. We can hear a Carolina wren in the background. The warbler migration begins. It's a yellow-rumped warbler, usually the first warbler to show up in these parts. We didn't spend too long at Little River Corridor Park before getting a quick lunch and then heading to Black Oak Heritage Park, which is back near to where we started our day, just across from Ojibway Park. We are at Black Oak Heritage Park, probably our last stop in Windsor, although we will hit a couple of places on our way home that I'll include in this video. The day is getting on a little bit, but we'll see if we can pick up anything else before we leave. You know what we still haven't seen, and it's becoming the new nemesis bird. Titmouse is off the nemesis list. Just haven't seen a great blue heron, and it's April, like early to mid-April, and we haven't seen one. Not the prettiest of birds, are they? So yeah, tree facts. This place is named for all the black oaks. It's the largest concentration of black oaks that are left in Ontario. Black Oak Heritage Park was our final stop for the day, aside from watching the sunset over the Detroit River. If you're enjoying this video, please give me a subscribe, it really helps the channel. The next morning we began the drive home, but we would make a couple of quick stops, and at one of them find a rare bird, so stay tuned for that. First we stopped at Essex Sewage Lagoons just off Highway 3 to the west of Essex, Ontario. Sewage lagoons in general make for good birding locations, especially for shorebirds and waterfowl. Because of their stinky nature, they tend to be rich environments for microorganisms, which attract insects, which in turn attract birds. Occasionally some more unusual species can drop by to refuel. Next up, we continued our drive east and visited another sewage lagoon. On the southwest of Strathroy, a few miles away from London, Ontario, are a couple of large sewage lagoons. Remember I said that sometimes some unusual species can show up? Okay everyone, unfortunately this is probably our last stop of this long weekend. If you haven't seen the previous videos, we've done about 4 of them on this trip in the Windsor, London, etc. area. Anyway, we're now at Strathroy Sewage Lagoons. These kind of places are usually quite good for waterfowl and stuff. The reason we came is because there's been an eared grebe spotted here. In the meantime, we'll continue looking around, see what else is here. Thanks for watching so far. The eared grebe is generally a western bird that only turns up in the Great Lakes region a handful of times each year. We had some difficulty getting our eyes on the eared grebe. It looks very similar to the much more commonly sighted horned grebe, which has already cropped up a couple of times this weekend. Frustratingly, there were lots of horned grebes swimming around the lagoon.
Been around already? No, we just got here.
Started?
Yeah.
But eventually we did find the eared. The primary difference with this male eared grebe compared to the horned is that the golden coloured ear-like plumage on the side of the head has a more spiky, feathery appearance. The head is more dome-shaped, and the bird's back end is held up a little higher in the water and has a whiter appearance. See the muskrat?
Yeah.
There's the muskrat.
Yeah.
Okay guys, we are home now. Thank you very much for watching this video of our trip through Southwestern Ontario. Sarah, what would you say was your favourite part from this trip?
The great horned owlets.
The great horned owlets, you can't really argue with that, right? It's probably my favourite too, but also really pleased to get that tufted titmouse seen at last. We've been looking for that for a while now. Anyway guys, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, hit the red subscribe button, hit the bell icon, you'll get notifications for new videos. I also appreciate it if you like this video, helps other people hopefully find it, and I also like your comments too. Stay tuned to this channel, we have a few interesting trips coming up. Card and Alvar next, see what new birds we find there to get towards our 250 target. We also have a trip to California coming up. We don't know a whole lot about western birds, so that's probably going to be a comedy of errors, but we're going to see lots of new stuff there. It's going to be really interesting. That will be coming in the next 4-5 weeks, hopefully. Thank you guys for watching. Happy birding.